Hello, my name is Scott Lucas, principal of Dutcher Middle School, and welcome to our Lottery Information Night. We always like to begin our presentations with a review of our mission and vision statements. The mission of Dutcher Middle School is to provide opportunities for all students to develop their intellectual, creative, and physical potential to contribute positively to society. Vision statement, empowering all students with knowledge and logic to become lifelong learners and productive citizens. I will now review some lottery dates of interest. On January 18th, all applications were mailed to all TUSD 6th grade students. January 7th through the 24th, our counselors conducted presentations both online and in person at all elementary sites. On February 9th, tonight, is our Lottery Information Night. March 4th will be the last day to turn in your application to the DMS office by 4:15 p.m. On March 17th, our lottery will occur at 5:30 p.m. At this time, it will be conducted via Zoom. March 18th, our lottery results will be posted on our website. On March 23rd, acceptance agreement letters will be mailed out. And then on April 1st is the last day to return those acceptance agreement letters. We do have three categories that are considered a priority registration. First, current 6th grade students in our two-way bilingual immersion program here at Dutcher will automatically be rolled over to 7th grade. Also, current 6th grade students who have a sibling or are currently enrolled in 7th grade will also be a priority registration. And then finally, a 6th grade student whose parents currently work full-time for TUSD or a board member's child will also be automatically enrolled. I've listed the previous year's numbers to give you an idea of how many priority registrations that we have had previously. In regards to our special education students, all resource students are eligible to participate in our lottery and must apply through the normal lottery process. Special day class mild to moderate students are placed at Dutcher, but only through their IEP. If a special day class mild to moderate student is enrolled at Dutcher, but then no longer qualifies for the service, that student might be transferred to Turlock Junior High depending on wait list and or circumstances. On March 17th will be the night of our lottery. Priority registration names will first be displayed. We will then begin pulling names from the lottery drum one by one until we reach 330. After 330, we will then begin our waiting list. After we've drawn all of our TUSD student names, we will then put in non-TUSD resident names into the lottery drum and pull those names. Ballots that are turned in after the deadline will be placed on the waiting list in the order they were received. Students who are placed on our waiting list must enroll at Turlock Junior High School. Wait list students will be called throughout the current and following school year. As site principal, I'm extremely fortunate to have such a strong administrative and support team. At Dutcher, we have two counselors, Ms. Julie Perino and Mr. Derek Alvarado, who provide assistance and support to all of our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students and parents. Our Dean of Students, Ms. Laura Torres-Rogers, oversees student safety, discipline, and attendance. Our Assistant Principal, Mr. Agustin Adiola, oversees special education, testing, and curriculum. Mr. Adiola will now lead you through the remainder of this presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Lucas. One thing I'm extremely proud of here at Dutcher Middle School is the culture that we've developed over the years and are looking to kind of reestablish this year now that we have kids returning back in our school setting. And we are keenly aware of the growing needs of some of our students, and we're ready for the challenge of supporting them to the best of our ability through our PBIS program, where we have a variety of different programs and activities to promote positive interaction among students and recognize positive student behavior. We're extremely proud of our web program, Where Everybody Belongs. It is a club comprised of 8th grade student leaders who are trained in working with 7th grade students as well as incoming 6th grade students from Osborne and supporting them with a transition to the middle school setting. Now, with school safety, we understand that you as a parent prioritize the physical safety of your students, as well as the social emotional safety of your students. And that's something that our student services office prioritizes. And you see them there in the picture. They're very active around campus, especially during lunchtime, making sure that kids are supervised and that student safety is a priority. One point of emphasis is establishing positive relationships with students, so your children know that they can turn to our student services office if they ever have a problem or just have to report something. Again, we try to be as proactive as possible and make sure that students are safe both emotionally and physically. Now, a lot of students, especially because of the impact of the pandemic on student learning, need a bit of support outside of class as well to stay on top of their schoolwork and a variety of different reasons. So we have 3 layers of support. The first being teachers being available outside of class time. Many of them give up their lunchtime or are available before or after school. Every single teacher offers support outside of class time. We also have a homework lab. We currently have 120 students enrolled in our homework lab and attend regularly twice a week. Homework lab at the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade level. And this is by permission slip. But we do ask that the students regularly attend in order to really have it be a positive impact. And 120 students out of 800 total, so that's a pretty high percentage of students that are volunteering to stay here after school and seek extra support. And much like Turlock Junior High and both high schools in the district, our district offers paper online tutoring. We really promote that with students, and our teachers support our students in knowing how to use that program. We also have 2 amazing counselors, Mr. Alvarado and Miss Perino, who constantly have students in there just for a variety of reasons and really helping them again with that transition to 7th grade so they understand ARIES, so they understand what supports are available, and helping them really take ownership of their academics. Again, that's something that we do prioritize here at Dutcher Middle School. Now, when it comes to core classes, it's very similar to Turlock Junior High. Obviously, we're in the same district. There are some slight differences I will try to emphasize here in this next portion of the presentation. Much like Turlock Junior High, we do offer ELA GATE honors courses. So if your child is GATE qualified and comes from a GATE program, that child would be enrolled in an ELA GATE honors class. We also end up having a little bit of space or some space for high achieving kids that are not GATE qualified. So for those students, we look at ELA SBAC scores. We also look at 6th grade reading and writing report card grades. So we do look at multiple measures, and again, we have 2 sections of that, so about 70 students. And typically our high achieving students are in ELA GATE honors. Same type of criteria for Math 7 Enrichment, an accelerated course that focuses on obviously 7th grade standards, uses the same curriculum, but again, the teacher is able to increase the rigor because there are high achieving kids that typically exceed Math SBAC standards. We also look at Math 6th grade grades and the skill and effort rating that's in the report card. So when it comes to math, we do utilize EUREKA Math. That is the same curriculum utilized in 6th grade and as well as Turlock Junior High. We also provide access to IXL. That's an online program where kids can have some extra practice. At the start of the year, our 7th grade math teachers focus a great deal of energy in really knowing their students' strengths and also areas of need. So at the start of the year, they do spend a little bit of time on addressing the gaps in learning, but they really hit the ground running as much as possible because seventh grade year is such a critical year in math, and ratios and proportional relationships is such a key module. And the strength of our team really is the fact that they will know your student and they will do their best to scaffold instruction so they make growth in math, because we do have, unfortunately, a lot of kids struggle heading into seventh grade math. So they've become experts really in differentiating and scaffolding instruction, meeting the needs of both high achieving students and struggling learners. We have a strong science department with Mr. Coffey and Mr. Ruiz, two teachers that really see the value in devoting class time for student-centered lessons where they're getting their hands dirty, where they're hands-on instruction, student-centered instruction, and the amplified curriculum really lends itself to that. So it's really commonplace to go into their classrooms and see students participating in some type of lab. And you see those key units there in bullet points on the screen. I will note that although Dutcher does not offer a STEM program, STEM is embedded within the NGSS 7th grade standards, next generation science standards. So just something to consider. And again, our science department does a great job in creating student-centered lessons. Now, ELA at Dutcher Middle School is a block, which means it's 2 class periods, and the teachers use that time to really challenge kids to become more effective writers. They focus on developing academic language in both speaking and writing, utilizing Google Classroom to develop 21st century skills. We do offer 3 different types of ELA classes, one being ELA Gate Honors. And again, there's a criteria that we utilize for students to be considered for that high achieving course. There's regular ELA, and there's also ELD, which is a class that's specifically for English learners, where we do teach 7th grade standards, but we scaffold down to their ability and build them up, hopefully closer to grade level. We do utilize Springboard. It's a rigorous curriculum, but our teachers, again, have been really an expert in implementation, where they focus most of their class time on the Springboard curriculum, and they do devote a little bit of class time also to Zinc Learning Labs, as well as helping the students become more proficient readers. World History is another core class, and in 7th grade, they go over ancient Rome, medieval Japan, China, early America, and several other major themes. We do utilize the National Geographic curriculum, which was adopted a couple of years ago. I will note that here at Dutcher, we are a unique school because we do have an immersion strand, and our immersion students take history in Spanish. But your child, if they come in through the lottery from a different school, obviously they'll have history in English. Now, in regards to PE, this is the 1st grade level, 7th grade, where students actually change in the locker room. Our teachers do prioritize student safety and proper conduct in the locker room. The first week and a half of the school year is devoted really to establishing those routines and procedures that are necessary in order to keep students safe in the locker room setting and making them feel comfortable. We do require students to wear proper attire, and if there is an issue with a family purchasing PE clothes, we're more than happy to work with the family and make sure the child has everything they need for the first day that they actually dress out for PE, which again is sometime the 2nd week of school. So our PE teachers have units that focus on many of the traditional popular sports, but there's also team handball, badminton, ultimate frisbee, lacrosse, And many times this is the first time that students are exposed to those type of activities. 7th grade year, they also participate in the state of California Presidential Physical Fitness test. And we like to recognize student success anytime at Dutcher Middle School, but we have a special plaque in our gymnasium that highlights student achievement in that physical fitness test. I did mention that we have a two-way bilingual immersion program here at Dutcher Middle School. And at the 7th grade level, if I do have any immersion families listening here today, we do teach world history in Spanish, and their elective ends up being Spanish literature, SLA elective. So if you'd like your child to take an additional elective that's not here on this screen for 7th grade, we do prioritize our immersion students for 0 period, so they have an opportunity to take some of those other unique electives. We also offer world history 0 period. It doesn't have to be PE. So again, that gives our immersion students an opportunity to have a different elective, and I'll go over the electives in a bit. Oh, here we go. So we do offer a Spanish elective. Obviously, this would be for the students not in our immersion program. So these would be beginners. We offer Portuguese now. We're now in our next year would be the 3rd year that we offer Portuguese here. And if they complete 2 years successfully, they'll basically leapfrog that 1st year at the high school level. So they are transferable to both Turlock High and Pittman. We have a technology elective. We have orchestra, choir, jazz band, concert band, drama, 2 periods of drama, 1 period of art, and 1 period of speech and debate. Technology is a really popular elective with a lot of students. Our speech and debate elective is rigorous. It is challenging because there's a lot of critical thinking. There's research that's done. So we really encourage all students to consider it, but especially high achieving students that want that extra challenge and enjoy academic discourse to really consider speech and debate with Mrs. Seegers. So again, with technology, we do have about 5 sections of technology. So there's a good chance that if your child prefers technology as an elective, that they would be enrolled in that class. So some of the key concepts that are taught in technology, we have Google Apps, digital citizenship. Obviously, internet safety is so key in 2022. We want to make sure we emphasize that with our students. Typing skills is a critical skill that really holds a lot of students back when it comes to typing essays. So we prioritize that in technology. Video editing, animation, really putting our students in a position where they're creators and exposing them to a variety of technology skills that could then be transferable into other areas. We're extremely proud of our visual performing arts emphasis here at Dutcher Middle School. I mentioned speech and debate, but really our drama program and our art program are extremely popular with our students. Our art teacher, Mrs. Olguin, is one that also teaches history here, and you see some of the concepts here that she focuses on and exposes her students to. It really is a safe place for all learners. This elective provides students an opportunity to show a different side, and specifically when it comes to them being able to be creative in a way that in a traditional classroom they're not able to. Speech and debate, right now we offer a section of speech and debate, and we provide our students with several opportunities throughout the year to really showcase their abilities and really develop them. So in the fall, they have a Halloween presentation, and around Christmas time, they have another one, and they compete in various competitions as well. Now, our drama electives, extremely popular here at Dutcher. We have 2 elective options, and they fill up pretty quickly. And these are some of the areas here that our students focus on, from playwriting to ensemble building skills, where again they collaborate with one another. They develop public speaking skills. So there really are a lot of benefits to it. Many of our drama class students are also in our drama club. And you see pictures here of James and the Giant Peach, which wrapped up this past weekend. A huge success, but many of our drama elective students also participated in that production. So drama class students perform monologues in class. They learn improvisation, performing group plays, creative commercials, just a variety of things. And it's really commonplace to go in there and kids are just having a good time while they learn. We do offer Portuguese 1 and 2. I mentioned again that they're transferable. It is geared for beginners. Spanish as well, it's geared for beginners. 2 years of Spanish successfully completed will transfer over to the high schools as well. One area that I'm extremely proud of here at Dutcher Middle School is our clubs. There's a club basically for any student, regardless of their interest. There's something for everyone. So we really do encourage our students to get involved. So we have an art club, a builders club. You see them here on the list. At the start of the school year, we'll have a club day and a promotional campaign that every club takes part in order to recruit members. And some of our more popular clubs in terms of just impact on campus and student interest. One, we have an HYLC club, and this is a club that's extremely popular at the high school level, especially at Turlock High. It stands for Hispanic Youth Leadership Council, but you don't have to be a Latino or Hispanic student to join. It is a pretty diverse school club. It helps students develop leadership skills by planning events throughout the year, fundraising, and really helping make our campus a positive environment for all learners. Now, when it comes to our drama club, they are the ones that actually put together the theater productions. Here's a list of productions they've put on throughout the year. And when people in our community think Dutcher, a lot of times the first thing they think about is our drama program. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a little biased in being an employee of Dutcher Middle School. I mean this genuinely. When you attend a Dutcher production, you walk away impressed. Do a fantastic job preparing for each show. And here's some pictures from, again, James and the Giant Peach, which took place just this past weekend. They also participate in a local art competition festival called Talia, take place in Ceres. So your child, if they like acting, if they like performing, the drama club is a great opportunity for them to exercise one of their passions. Now here at Dutcher Middle School, very similar sports to Turlock Junior High. Actually, it's the same sports. Most of our coaches, I will note, are on-campus employees. Actually, almost all of them are teachers here at Dutcher Middle School. I think currently we only have one coach that's not a school employee, and that's very unique. So I, as an administrator and also a parent of a Dutcher student, I know it gives me comfort to know that the coaches who play such a critical role in a child's school experience is a school employee. And it comes with all the benefits of having that connection here on campus and using sports as a way to really engage a student in a positive way, both academically and socially. Transportation here at Dutcher Middle School, I'll mention this. We are unique in that as a secondary school site, because we have 6th graders on campus, if your child lives 1 mile from Dutcher Middle School, you qualify for TUSD busing. Busing is optional, but because we have 6th graders on campus, 7th and 8th graders also have the 1 mile radius that elementary school sites throughout the district have as well. And I know transportation is going to be a key point for many parents. So again, 1 mile outside of Dutcher Middle School, you qualify for TUSD busing. Most secondary sites, it's either 2 miles or 3 miles. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you found this presentation helpful. If you have any questions about Dutcher Middle School, any of our programs, any information that we went over today, please feel free to contact Principal Lucas. His email is there on the board, or My name's Augustine Ariola. I'm the assistant principal here at Dutcher Middle School. Feel free to reach out to me. Our contact information can also be found on our website, and I encourage you to visit our website as well as our social media pages to learn more about Dutcher Middle School. Thank you for your time.